All right. Hi, Glenda. Okay, so this is what I'm making today. I saw this on a YouTube video of a Stampin' Up rep, and her name is, oh, I'm terrible. I didn't write it down. Anyways, thank you very much for showing me how to do this because it's lots of fun. I'll get her name for tomorrow. She's a rep in Nova Scotia, so she's Canadian. A lot of the videos I watch are American, so it was nice to see a Canadian one. Okay, so I've done about 3 videos on using scraps, and this one is a little different, and I'm going to show you how to do the foil grout in here. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but it's quite sparkly. So it's just another way of using up your scraps, and I think you're going to enjoy it. All right, so what we are going to be using today is double-sided tape. And I'm using Suquang. So I have my Suquang tape, and then I have my backing that I'm going to put it onto. So this is just a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 piece of cardstock. So I'm going to take this off. Now, if you didn't have a big sheet, and I always like to have the paper a little bit bigger, so I have something to hold on to. If you didn't have a big piece of tape like this, you could put wider strips down on it for sure. Or you could just take your, I think it's best if you use a sheet, and in the end you'll see why, okay? So I'm just gonna peel this off. Okay, so now I have my adhesive. All right, so these are just some strips I cut, and you want to have 1-inch strips, okay? So these are a variety of lengths, but probably around 4 inches works good. I'm just gonna put them out here to get an idea of what I have. All right, so I'm gonna start with this floral, I think. This floral here. And what you want to do is the edge of the tape, so my tape, I can see it's right there. Put this down in the middle there. So I'm going to put this on an angle like that, about there. Okay, so the tip is at the end of the tape. So this one went in a diagonal this way, and then I'm going to take one and I'm going to leave a space. All right, and I'm going to leave about, I don't want a real narrow spot. I want to leave, I'd say, that looks about right. So this one went this way, and now I'm lining this up so that it's perpendicular with this one, okay? Then the next one, so say I want this one. Whoops, it's very sticky. So I'm going to leave the same amount of space on this one. Okay, so I put that one, this one. Now this one is gonna go perpendicular with that. Maybe we'll have some butterflies, like that. And then I'll put some flowers. Like that. And then I'm going to put another one perpendicular. I could add a solid in here. There we go. And then down here, I can put this one like that. And then I'm going to put this one here. Like that. And then I just have these little ends here. So I'll put one here. It'll probably be cut off anyway, so it really doesn't matter. So it really doesn't matter. All right, so there we go. Oh, and I've got, there's a little bit there, so I can put this one here. Maybe I'll put it on a square. All right, so it's all done and I've left little spaces in there. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna trim it off. You could use your paper trimmer or your scissors. So I'm just gonna flip that over and trim this off. Yeah, I know I had them smaller, so I could have definitely cut it smaller, but that's okay. I can always trim it up. So these were scraps I had in my scrap bucket. Looks very springy. Okay, so actually right here there's no tape, so I didn't need to put that one on there. All right, so now I am using Gina K foil. All right, and this is sparkly silver. And what I'm going to also use is a embossing tool. Now, this is my embossing tool, but as I've shown you before, don't know if I have another one in here. The wood handle ones work just as fine. This is just an old one that I have. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to take this and I'm gonna foil over the tape. All right, so you put it face up like that. And then I'm just gonna rub this in like that. So I'm calling this grout, and I'm peeling it off. And where the tape was, I'm getting the foil. All right, so I'm gonna do it here. So wherever the tape was, I will get foil. So it really gives a nice sparkly, you can see that? A nice sparkly look. And I found using my stylus worked the best. Instead of just rubbing it with your finger. There we go. Doesn't it look pretty? Lots of fun. Now you certainly, in the package of this silver, if you, we can split it up because there's 12 sheets and you certainly don't need 12 sheets. So we can certainly
try this. I think that might work too.
Yeah, I think yeah, anything like that. Yep. This just kind of goes in the groove there. There's nothing there, so. There we go. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be cutting this down because I made the tape the size of the last card. So we'll just take that. Isn't that cool? So cool. So the foil just attaches itself to the tape and you get that really nice sparkly grout. Anyways, as I was saying, we can split them up for you. Not sure if that's got tape there. And open the packages and just put a couple of them in. Maybe 4 sheets. I think there's 12 sheets in a pack. So there we go, look at that. Isn't that cool? Okay, so my mat, I cut my mat, so I'm gonna cut this down to 3 3/4 by 5. Okay, so, oops. So I'm going to put that, put this. You take this off a bit there, and 3 3/4. There we go. Okay. Whoops. I notice I don't have tape right there, but I think I can put glue in there. Let it dry. So let me try it. And then I'll do over it later. There we go. Pretty sure I can do that. You just let it dry a bit until it's tacky. All right, so there is the one. It looks so cute. And then I just am going to mat it onto a, not that one. Oh, I gotta cut it down a little bit more. Sorry about that. I guess this must be 3. Yeah. So that's why I don't need that glue then. I'm gonna cut that.
This would be beautiful with Christmas paper.
Would be gorgeous with Christmas. Okay, so I'm really cutting way too much off of this. I'll do better. I'll do better the next time. Yeah, I cut too much off of it. We're gonna have a real small one here. All right, let's see if this looks okay on here. Yeah, it would look beautiful in Christmas paper. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, I think we're good. I'm making it smaller and smaller and smaller.
It's like when you cut your own bangs.
Ah. There's going to be nothing left by the time I'm finished. I'll do better on the next one. Too funny. Yeah, you could use, we just have silver right now in the foil, but it would look really nice with Christmas paper and gold. So there's card number 1, and you can just see how it shimmers. See that? And another thing you can do, which I didn't do, was you can take your metallic pen and you can go around the edges just to give a little border. I don't know, I think it looks nice with or without. Just give it a little. Let's get this going. Cover the white up. Didn't really come out. I will get my pen going. Okay, well, I'll do the sentiment after. Okay, and then I have another piece of thing. I won't cut it back as much. So you just take this off. I'm gonna put it right to the edge this time. Okay, and now I have all these little pieces here that I had. And you could, of course, you can cut them too. So I thought, well, why not just kind of do something with all these little guys? So I did like a mosaic. And you can see right here, see how I used all the little pieces? So this is a real scrap card. This one is. So I'll just kind of play around here. So this one you can actually just kind of cut these up. Mine, I actually had a lot of little pieces. So we'll see. I might have to cut them to fit, but it's kind of fun. So I'm just gonna start like here. So I'll put this one here. And then I'll put leaving a space again, like that. And what else do I have here? I have this one. Go there. Need a pointy one in here. Let's see if I've got a triangle one. Gonna make a triangle one. Oops. No. So I think I'm just going to cut this one. That, and then I can put this one here, and you just kind of keep building. Some spaces will be bigger than others, some spaces will be smaller than others, but that's the whole thing about mosaics, right? And then you can add little ones after, as long as you get your main ones on here. So this is kind of fun. Some are bigger than others. They just kind of fit in there, like that. And again, I'll be cutting this down, but I won't butcher it like I did the last one. You can even use little things like this. Put those in. So this one is kind of fun. Now I've got some odd shapes here, so I might have to do a bit of trimming. This one can go here. Let's trim a little bit off of this one. So like I said, this is really using scraps here. So if you're really feeling a creative mood, then this is for you. And I know that'll be cut off. So they just all kind of fit in. Gonna need one here. I'm just gonna trim that off. So this is throwing nothing away, right? And I need a little triangle. Cut some of that off. So I really didn't have to cut a lot off. I'm gonna put that there. And I think those will all be trimmed. So I don't have to worry about those. All right, so there is my mosaic. I can put another one there. All right, so there it is. So now I'm going to trim that off. Just turn it over. Cut all these off. There we go. And I'm not saving all those. All right, so there we go. And now I'm going to take my foil. So you can see that that's all the foil I used on one. So a sheet goes a long way. Okay, and I'm gonna take this and start. It's always fun using your scraps. There we go. Yeah, the larger end, the ball goes right into the channel there. It works great. There we go. You have to make sure that you've got it face up, and then the foil just sticks perfectly to the tape. Okay. I really like this mosaic look. I think it's very cool. And this is sparkly stars or something foil, so it really is a glittery one, which I like. It probably looks much better in person because you get to see all the sparkle. Go up there. Very cute. So you can get very creative with this. And as long as there's a line that hasn't been used, you can just pick it up and see all the spots that you've used. There we go. Very cool. I think this is kind of addicting. And it looks so springy and Eastery. And a lot of you have foil because we have foiled before. So you can just pull it out and do some of these cards. Little spot there. Now, a video that I watched, she used gold leafing, which was way too messy for me. I'd have that stuff all over the place. So then I thought, well, if she can use that, why can't I just use foil? So that's what I decided to do. So this is a Maryland technique using foil. And I know a lot of you have the foil, so you can just dig it out of your stash and use it. All right, how did I do? We can do a little bit right there. And one here. So wherever there's spot, we can. Okay, I think I got it all. Look at that. Doesn't that look just the coolest? Can you see it sparkle? Okay, now I'm gonna trim this. So my mat that I cut is, let's have a little look here. This mat is 3 3/4 by 5. So I'm going to see where this ends. So there's my 5. Let me cut a bit more. And then it's 3 3/4, so I need 3 1/2. So I'm just seeing how big my, all right. Okay. There we go. Now let's see if this I can get this working. I love it. I think it looks so cool. Let's see if I can get this going. There we go. I'm just putting a little silver around the edges. See that? Another thing you could do now, Cindy, could you put embossing powder on that tape?
Yes.
Yeah, I could have sprinkled embossing powder on there and embossed it. That would be cool too. All right, there we go. There's my silver edge. And I will so pretty. Oh, I should have let that dry. There, oh, I rubbed it off. Okay, so there it is. How cute is that? Love it. All right, now I'm going to show you what I put on here. I used, on one of these, I used this one, and this is Magic Messages. We have ordered more of these, so they are coming in. So I'm just going to take a piece of white cardstock and stamp a couple of these. This one says happy birthday. Now I did a happy Easter right here. I won't do that and color it, but that was a pretty cute one too. And I'm going to put hello sunshine, okay? I really like these stamps. So easy to add a sentiment to a card. Okay, there we go. Just need to do it once. And then Cindy got some punches in. So this is a 1 3/4 inch punch, and it's perfect for this. Oh, I gotta trim some down. But it's a great size for this particular stamp. See that? It fits perfect. There we go. All right, and then I did this with a 2-inch circle die, but I also have a 2-inch punch here, so I could have just punched it out with a 2-inch punch, so that's good. All right, so I'm just gonna tape those on. Sometimes it's easier just to punch it out. There we go. All right. And then I had some ribbon. I thought it needed a little extra on it. So I just tied a little knot on the end here, just to add a little something, and just put it right on like that. And I used Suquang tape for that. On the end here, there it is. So I'm just gonna get my other scissors. So I'm just going to flip that over. And actually it sticks better with this flat, but I'm going to try it this way. I did it the other way and on my other cards. So I'm going to just see if I can do it this way on this card. Because that's the top of the knot, which when adhering or attaching it to the card, it attached better, but I'll try it this way now. So I think I'm going to just take this off. Why I love tape like that. So I'm just gonna put that there. So I'm gonna have to put this down so I can see if I'm putting it straight. That looks pretty good. And I'll just flip that to the back. Maybe add a little tape across here. And then I can put it back on my card front. There we go. Just adds a little something to it. There we go. And then I will use some foam tape. And I'm going to put that on there, like that. And there we have Hello Sunshine. So cute. All right, and then on this one, I am going to fix up the edge here. I think my pen might be getting empty. And we do have the leafing pens in stock. I use my pen, well, for doing borders like this. And I also use it in alcohol inks. So I'll have to remember to let this dry. There we go. There's my little edge. Okay, make sure I put it this way because of the butterfly. All right, and then I'm going to add a little piece of ribbon on this one too. So I just tie a knot in one end, like so. And I'm going to put this way. Okay, and flip it over. And I'm using 1/8 of an inch Suquang tape. Okay. Take that off. And I'm just going to put it right across there. Tuck that under. I'm just using Suquang on this side because of the tape, or the ribbon. My tape won't go over that ribbon very well. Put this on. Trim that off. And there we go. And this one I have Happy Birthday. I really cut that too small. Oh well. So there are my cards, and you can see how sparkly they are. Love it.